Happy St Andrew's Day. And in commemoration of St Andrew's Day, I'm going to read a poem about a famous Scottish victory at a place called Athelstane or Athelstaneford. And after the Romans went away from Britain, quick history lesson, after the Romans went away from Britain, various tribes were vying for dominance throughout the islands, but the major and most aggressive and most numerous group were the Anglo-Saxons, who would go on, obviously, to found the English kingdoms. And the Anglo-Saxons looked as if they were going to take over the whole of Scotland as well. But on three separate occasions, one battle in the early Middle Ages and two battles in the Dark Ages, a combination of the indigenous tribes of Scotland beat them. And this particular battle, the poems about it, took place, as I say, in Athelstaneford. And it's wrapped around as well an interesting story about the origin of the saltire or the St Andrew's cross, which in Christian iconography, it's a diagonal cross because that's the cross that St Andrew insisted on being crucified on because he didn't want to copy Jesus' cross. But a story is that before this battle, a Pictish and Scottish army has been pursued by a much superior English army. Angus of the Picts, the king, looks up at the sky, sees this cross formation of white clouds on a bright blue background, very striking, and he asks a seer or spaeman from his army what it means, and he decides after this conversation that if they're victorious, he'll turn round and fight, and if they're victorious, they'll adopt this as the Scottish flag, the St Andrew's cross, the saltire. Interesting that the story says you should ask a seer or spaeman. This is a time when the Picts and the Scots were Christian, but and also a time when many of the old beliefs were still hanging on. So anyway, this is a discourse between King Angus and a spaeman afore the battle at Athelstane. Does this flag cast the sacrifice of martyrs? It is a score of clouds on a brisk sky. Can it be a handsel to the Lord of hosts? It is the lip to dreaming and wakening. Will it show itself in ensign of grace and virtue? It is sour and hinny, ugsome minds and muckle spirits, love and loss, like ony sick London, but ours, nae doubt about it, ours.